Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastor. Starting a new week and starting a new study on Coffee with the Pastor. We have finished the book of Acts. It's an exciting book. Today I thought we would go through a small book, probably just take this week to do it. I want to take the small book of Jonah. Now Jonah is a favorite of children's stories. It may be the first story I remember being told. I right now can go back to my original little church, which is no longer there, but I can see Mrs. Fox telling that story, and it was during Bible school, and she talked about that there was a fish that was bigger than the whole front of that church, and talking about how that Jonah had been swallowed and how Jonah disobeyed God, but then he obeyed God. And remember the story. And it's a fun story. It's one that we all know. But I want to start today just a little differently, and we'll get into the text maybe later this week. But in 2 Kings 14:25, it says this: that in accordance with the word of God, word of the Lord, the God of Israel, spoken through his servant Jonah, son of Amittai, the prophet from Gath-Hepher. So the one thing you want to get straight is that Jonah is a prophet. In order to understand this passage well, is that God is a prophet. What's a prophet do? A prophet gets a word from God to another people. It could be a person, it could be a nation, it could be a group of people. And Jonah gets a word from God. And well, let's just begin with the first couple of verses. The word of the Lord came to Jonah from Amittai. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. Now, God has told Jonah to go to Nineveh. Now, why is this significant, and why does this bother Jonah that he's going to run? We're going to study that he's going to run from this. Well, Nineveh was the capital of Assyria. The Syrians were a warring nation. They were a conquering nation. They had conquered Egypt, and everybody knew it. They literally built a fence and used skulls of Egyptian soldiers for their fence line. They were a particularly cruel people. Also, at the time that Jonah was prophesying, the prophets were not prophesying so much that you need to turn or we're going to lose our nation. Basically, God had said, it's too late, you're going to be punished and you're going to be taken away. And I believe Jonah knew it was the Syrians that was going to do it. And so here, and let me give you a little background too. After Solomon, the nation of Israel cut in two. There was a northern kingdom, which was Israel. That's where Saul was from, and some people still had leanings towards Saul instead of David. But that's where Saul was from in the northern kingdom. The southern kingdom was Judah. And we're talking about the northern kingdom here. And they had been doing all kinds of things. Their idol worship. They even had set up temples up to worship God, but they also put Baal worship in the same place. So they were doing horrible things. And God just said, I'm going to punish you because of it. And I have a feeling Jonah knew that they were going to use the Assyrians to punish them. But now God's saying, I want you to go prophesy and talk to the people about their wickedness in Nineveh. And I'm wondering if Jonah thinks, well, if I don't go and God, punishes them, maybe he won't use them to punish us. But he doesn't want to go to Nineveh. And so he's going to go the exact opposite way. But understand there's a reason why. He knew Assyria would be, I think he'd been shown what the Syrians were going to do to Israel. And they do, they come in and they take the people away, they take them to other countries. The northern kingdom of Israel never comes back. In fact, they kind of lost the tribes because of it. Most of them don't come back. It's a pretty devastating thing what the Syrians do to them. Jonah knows that's going to happen. And that's why he's going to run. And we'll study about the rest of what happens in Jonah beginning tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. This is one of my favorite Bible stories, my favorite Bible books, and there's a lot of good spiritual truths that we can learn from it. So we'll look at that this week. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.